August 2024. It was the best of times and it was the worst of times to be a gamer. Games have come a long way since I first started playing games on the Sega Genesis.
One less dog in
The
the streets.
graphics are as good as they ever have been. The games are bigger. The objective measures of the quality of the games couldn't be higher than they are now, and yet something is missing, to be sure. The AAA games seem to
That
be
should
a
end your
perfect
miserable life.
manifestation of the lack of creativity, the morally bankrupt executives in charge of making creative decisions, and the basically just shitty culture that we find in Hollywood and corporate game development nowadays, in my opinion, anyway. They're big, bloated, repetitive,
Take me
soulless,
and crush me with your
overpriced,
love.
uninspired, unoriginal crap, mostly. And of course, I'm talking about modern Western AAA games. So, this video is about Conan, and just a little background. What brought me to play Conan, I was getting excited to play Dragon's Dogma 2 because the advertising campaign really hooked me. So I went and played Dragon's Dogma 1, Dark Arisen, and I enjoyed it. I really did. So imagine my disappointment when really just finding myself in a slog in Dragon's Dogma 2. It's a beautiful game. There's a lot there to like, to be fair, but a few things really broke it for me. No fast travel just sucks. Like, I'm not trying to play a game for hundreds of hours. You know, I've got kids, I got job, you know,
They're killing the women.
got a
Up
wife.
there.
I want to
In
sit
the
down at the
canyon.
end of the day, play a game for an hour or two, and feel like I get some progression out of it, feel like I enjoy the dynamism of the strategy and so forth. And Dragon's Dogma 2 just made me feel like I had to walk the dog or take the trash out. It just felt like a chore. The quest lines were incoherent. I found myself looking up how to do this or that almost every time. And there's just a lack of variety. The enemies were so
Let God judge you.
just similar, if not this, copy paste. So after Dragon's Dogma 2, I just wanted something new. And I was very excited for that game. I bought the Steel book, everything else. Uh, and this video is really about how, interestingly, to find a good gaming experience, to find that something new, I ended up looking to the past. So I went onto the Xbox store because yes, I am an Xbox Series X gamer, and no, you don't have to apologize. Uh, I looked through the games that were on offer, and I just found myself saying no, I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars to play the new Mortal Kombat, even though I played the original on the Genesis. No, I'm not intrigued or interested to see what little tweaks they made, you know, for the new NBA 2K game. So what sounds good? And then I saw Conan from the Xbox 360. Just, a simple, badass game without just the modern taint of, corporate Soylent Green production all over it. Just fun game, blood, guts, sex, sign me up. So imagine my surprise when I played through the game that I beat in something like
Face
5 hours
rock.
was exactly the experience that I had been looking for. Just a fun, escapist, simple story. It was just a treat to get into and enjoy. Uh,
Die!
there's satisfying, if simple, combat with like 30 plus moves and combos that effectively boil down to a handful of easy to pull off moves with cool animations that I ended up using as my go-tos in different situations. Uh, I kind of found myself in a groove. There's several different weapons that the player can pick up from the enemies that afford the player different play styles, sword and board, dual wielding axes, torches even that add kind of different options in certain situations. There's a modest amount of platforming that I thought was the weakest part of the game. There's some puzzles to solve and even a couple puzzle bosses, which was kind of a neat addition. I don't know whether to be happy that there's a whole pantheon of older games to go back to and enjoy,
Over
or
here.
upset that modern games have just absolutely shit the bed by forgetting what makes games fun. No, we don't need more DEI. No, I do not care about the ESG score
One
of the
less
studio
dog in
behind
the
the game.
streets.
No, I do not need an open world with 200 hours of shitty crafting content or meaningless side quests. I just enjoy playing
Let me
games, and
repay
I
you.
will buy your game and play it if you can offer a fun, engaging experience. That's it. Nowadays, the only company I really see delivering what I enjoy, uh, FromSoft, right? Larian Studios, Grinding Gear Games. There's some other honorable mentions, I'm sure, but to me, all the big studios have just lost their way. Uh, and case in point, the success of games like Black Myth Wukong, Hogwarts Legacy, Baldur's Gate 3, Pal World, and Elden Ring, of course, are scaring the shit out of the woke game, conglomerates. And that's a good thing. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. Love you. See you on the next one.
Take me and crush me with your love.